So we're going to briefly introduce the Chrome developer tools. We'll do a lot more with these, but they might be the single most useful way to understand HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If you click this link over here, you will kind of go to a website that has movies and stuff on the Chrome Dev Tools. You should go and look at that. What we're going to do is open up a sample web page and kind of go through these concepts: editing styles and nodes, clicking an element on a page, watching a network connection, and executing some JavaScript all through the page. So let's go and do that. So here we have just a sample web page, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to View, Developer, and click JavaScript console like this. Okay. You can also in the future just hit the command shortcut, and that will also work. And when we do this, we now have a developer toolbar. And if you click elements like so, and then click this down there, you now have a JavaScript console over here, something that's showing the CSS styles over there, and something that's showing the HTML over here. Okay, and let's show a few different kinds of things that one can do. So, for example, what we can do is we can edit styles. If we click, let's say, the padding over here on the body, and we click this, we just turned off that style, and we can turn it back on, right? We can change this line height, and we can bring it back. We can also click into this, and maybe we want to increase that to 80 pixels, and you can see it happen in real time, 60 pixels, and so on. So you can change CSS styles in real time. Another thing you can do is you can click through this, and you can use the arrow keys to scroll on this. And what you can do is notice how the elements light up, and here is that button, so you can see which element on the page does what. And in particular, this is one where we're starting with the so-called the DOM tree over here, or the source code over here, and we're looking at the page. But you can also do it in reverse. If you click the magnifying glass and then say select this, it will take you back to the element. Okay, so it's very useful. We can select an element in the page and find it in the code, or we can select an element in the code and find it in the page, vice versa. So another thing that we can do is, given that there is some JavaScript already in the page, in particular something called jQuery, we actually loaded it, and the way you can see that is if you go to the head, you will actually see that we requested jQuery right there, right? Now you'll understand what jQuery does later, but the primary thing from our purposes is we can use it and we can show that you can affect elements in the page within the developer console. So if we do this, we toggle it on, and we do this, we toggle it off. What we did is we selected the H1, toggled it on and off. And the main point here is not so much to fully understand what went on there, but to understand that we have a JavaScript console over here, which basically gives us all the code and all the variables that are live in the page and allows us to do real-time manipulations thereof. And that's quite useful. As a final feature, just to give a sense of this, there's the network tab over here. It says no request captured. If we reload the page, we see all of these requests that are occurring, to different sites. These are basically pulling the CSS files. This is the main domain page. Here, we're doing requests to the placeholder site, and so on and so forth. And so this is quite useful for sort of debugging a page and taking a look at, what content is actually being pulled in. And this starts to scratch the surface of what you can do with the Chrome developer tools, but that should be a very powerful resource for you going forward in the class.